It is 8:30. We want to welcome you back in this morning on this Tuesday. I'm Ann Wyatt Little.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jason Harper. Nice to have you with us on this pinpoint weather alert day. We've been talking about it, but it is now here.
And the rain is falling across the Queen City. Our chances for severe weather do increase throughout the day.
Meteorologist Ted Phaeton tracking the radar, which is lit up, as you can see down below, and you can see the raindrops on the camera lens, Ted. It's all over the place right now.
It certainly is, and we have those drops on our Arlington lens, that cloud deck sitting at 400 feet, so we can't even see the tops of the buildings over Uptown. And this, again, ahead of what will be the brunt of the heaviest rain, which hasn't even arrived yet. This robust, large, low-pressure system bearing down on the eastern United States, sparking severe thunderstorms from the panhandle of Florida through southern Georgia and Alabama. The heavy rain for the Carolinas, while snow is impacting the Midwest from Iowa and even into parts of Pennsylvania. So quite the stretch from the impacts from this storm, but taking you down to the panhandle of Florida, severe thunderstorm warnings pushing east, and that's impacting southern Alabama and Georgia as well. That, again, as we have the tornado warning issued for just north of Laguna Beach, and that's near Southport, which is just west of parts of Panama City. So as this line of storms continues to push further north and east, that's going to bear down on the Carolinas, giving us more of the yellow, which indicates where the heaviest rain is set up, traveling along I-85 coming out of Atlanta, heading right towards the Queen City, which will impact you for your late morning, early afternoon. So the yellow on your map indicates where the significant rainfall is starting to move in. That's impacting parts of Gaffney and the Blacksburg, Mooresboro and the Shelby, Kings Mountain, Smyrna, all looking at the significant rainfall as of this morning. And up through our mountain counties where the pink is starting to disappear, that's the sleet and the freezing rain transitioning more into the way of all rain as temperatures start to creep above freezing from 31 to 32 degrees, and our winter weather advisory lasting just for another hour and a half before we transition to all rain and we look at more of the severe impact from this afternoon's storms, which I'll detail for you coming up in the next 5 minutes. Guys.
All right, that's perfect, Ted. Thanks. We want to go now out to Queen City News reporter Savannah Russell, who's been live out in the elements this morning. How are things other than wet, Savannah?
Well, Jason, that's it. It's pretty wet. But from what we've seen, at the very least, there's not a lot of wintry mix. There's not a lot of ice. There's not a lot of sleet that we're seeing. It's just that heavy rain. So that is pretty good news for your morning commute. While it's no fun to drive in the rain, it's definitely a lot better than slip sliding around. We know that you've been keeping an eye on traffic from the studio, taking a look at some of the maps. You can see that there are some slowdowns. Some of those major thoroughfares that we see are definitely going just a little bit slower than they normally would. As we've been out driving, we haven't seen too many slide-offs or too many wrecks. Just a few that we know that CMPD officials have already cleared. But when it comes to clearing things, we know that the Charlotte wastewater crews have been doing their part to try to clear out some of the storm drains. They are asking anybody in the neighborhood, if they know that they've got one of those storm drains that gets blocked quite often, to go ahead and try to get that debris out. What they like to do before the storms hit is they'll go out to some of the creeks and streams that they monitor and make sure that all of the areas that are pretty prone to flooding don't have any extra debris or any buildup in them that would cause any of those waterways to kind of go over. We know that they monitor about 50 of them, and they say that they keep them going between every rainstorm. We caught up with them yesterday. That's what you're looking at here as they're trying to clear away some of the sticks and some of the trees that get all in the path that the water likes to take. And they're stopping for now, and then they like to get out right after that storm hits. So once that rain kind of tapers off at the end of tonight, we know that our Charlotte stormwater crews will be right back at it. We're going to stay in touch with emergency officials all day long to keep you aware of what areas may flood, where they may be, and what areas you might need to avoid a little bit later today. Reporting live in Uptown, Savannah Russell, Queen City News.
Thank you, Savannah. The threat of high wind gusts could mean power outages throughout the day. A Duke Energy spokesperson says over the past year, they've worked to bury lines in high outage areas and install stronger power poles and even trim back trees. They've also expanded new technology that reroutes power when there's an outage, reducing the amount of customers impacted by about 75%. The power provider has crews standing by all across North Carolina.
When we see gusts that get above into that 30+ mile an hour range, it's not possible for us to raise our buckets to do some of that work that we need to do. And so we could see the potential for some slowing of restoration if the wind conditions are not safe.
Well, here's a look at the Duke Energy outage map so far. Just about 200 customers are impacted here in the Charlotte area. The mountain counties seeing more outages up in the Asheville area, about 1,000 people without power. We will keep an eye on these developments throughout the day.